You don't really know what is about to happen. You don't. But if you're a new player of Path of Exile, you're in the right place, because today I'm gonna give you what you're going to do will change everything for your build. It will make you rich, filthy rich. Welcome to MordredOG, the channel that is made for newbies, made by newbies. Only 8,000 hours of gameplay for me, so basically a new guy in the game. And today we play Path of Exile, Secrets of the Pasta, and we are... I said stop right there. Where are you going? This is gonna be the most important video you have ever seen. If you're a new player to Path of Exile, if you're coming from Path of Exile 2, if you have no idea what is happening in this game, if you don't know how to make money, make currency, what is the currency, what is the gold for, what are those items that I'm picking up? Don't worry, I'm here for this. And I'm here to give you some secrets on how to be profitable and to have an amazing... You can start as soon as in Act 6. So when you arrive in Act 6, you will start finding some items called Rogue's Marker. You will pick those from the ground like everything else. There are a million different kind of currencies and globes and little things, and you will pick this and will say, okay, creates a portal to the Rogue Harbor from a town or hideout. Used currency for services in the Rogue Harbor. What does that mean? It makes no sense, right? Well, guys, this is gonna be the most valuable currency you're gonna get in order for you to make more money. So if you think gold is good for making money, it actually is. But we're gonna see that in another video. Rogue markers are gonna be your first important currency that you will get in order to start a loop that will grant you a lot of chaos orbs, maybe some divines, some exalted orbs, and so on. I hope this is gonna be introduced in Path of Exile 2 as well, because I personally like it a lot. So you right click on one of these rogue markers, and as you can see, there is a portal that opens up. You can do this pretty much everywhere, but as it's said, in hideout or cities and whatever. And you have this cool screen, by the way, and you arrive in a new city. This one is the Rogue Harbor, where you find, well, at the moment it's a little bit empty, but there are a few people, like this guy, like this lady, and so on. You will talk to this lady that will have a quest for you, and this quest will provide you with an item. Well, you talk with everybody with a exclamation mark on their head. This lady will provide you with an item that you will have to use with this other lady. This one is gonna be like your, kind of like your map device in Path of Exile 2, more or less. When you talk to her, you will give that item. But if you played the game in Act 5, in Act 6 for a little bit, you probably will find these contracts also on the ground. As you can see, I have level 45, level 54, level 58, level 61. You need to know is that this works like pretty much it's like a hit. You need to get these guys that are on the city. You prepare the heist, you prepare the contract inside here. As you can see, you will have to organize a team, and team of one guy that will accompany you. In this case, we have Tibbs, level 1 brute force, so he's specialized in breaking things pretty much. Okay, confirm him and let's start the contract. Pretty easy, right? This is where the fun part starts, because this is a special kind of map where you enter always from a specific door. As you can see, it's quite a big zone and there are some enemies, but there is an alert level on the bottom of the screen. As long as you kill enemies, the alert level will not go up or down, okay? So you don't really need to care much about that. But when you will start to open these chests here, like this ornate chest and other chests you will find on the pathway, see, my alert level just got up for a little bit. The good thing is that whenever you highlight with your mouse cursor, well, if you open this door, this will call for Tibbs to use his special skills, which is brute force, as we said, and he's gonna break into it. Be careful, because whenever he's gonna break the door, don't just rush into the zone, because most likely there will be enemies behind. You will see through, so you will see the enemies behind. If you rush too fast, you might get nuked by some of the caster or some specific degen and stuff. As I was saying, in this door there are special rewards. So instead of the chest that you see on here of the map, on this part of the map, like this small chest that I opened before, the bigger rooms, they have this antique chest, for example. And as you can see, if you hover on this chest, you can see how much alert level you're gonna spend, pretty much, in order to open this. Once you leave 100, the zone will go on a countdown, and it will be in lockdown after a little bit, and that's important for later. So I found a unique item, I found stuff. Note for everybody, this item you find, even the one I got before, even the item on the ground and everything, they have a special tag called contraband on the bottom, which means you cannot use them while you are here. In order to use them, or in order to sell them, in order to do whatever, you need to get out of this. The good thing is, well, this applies to everything, first of all. So this applies to currency as well. So if you find Chaos Orb, and if you have already a pile of Chaos Orbs in your inventory, for example, and you find new Chaos Orbs, you will still need to get out of the zone first in order to make those Chaos Orb tradable or usable by you, okay? So they're kind of locked inside your inventory until you get out of here in one piece. This is because if you die in this place, you will drop those contraband items to the ground. I don't think it's written anywhere, but basically, if I die here, these two items, and also this scroll of wisdom, by the way, and this gem, they will all fall on the ground. Now, the good thing is, until the alert level reaches lockdown, if I die and my items are going on the ground, I can come back in from the same portal and I can pick them up again. You see, Tibbs is gonna try to help you for a little bit, but most likely you will have to deal the most of the damage. But we have also our own mercenary here, so we are actually 3 people in this zone. So I would say we got a buff on Heist this league, because usually there will be only me and Tibbs. But before opening this and talking about the Golden Head Splal Idol, I want to tell you what happened if you simply... So you get back to the entrance, to the stairs here, and as you can see, they are still open. The alert level is back to 0 because this is like of a safe zone. And you can go back to the Rogue Harbor through the portal. So, wait. How is this possible? Look, the items are not contraband anymore. I can identify them. I can put them in my stash. Magic, right? So this way you can get a lot of items from these contracts. Even if you don't finish them, even if your build is not able to face what's happening next. Yes, because I show you how babies do heist. But in the next part of the video, I will show you how men do heist. Now, if you go through the whole thing of the heist, and it says, can be exchanged by with Faustus, the fence in the Rogue Harbor. So, if you click once, you crack the screen. Once you click again, you pick the item, and as you see, the lockdown starts. So basically now the layout of the zone that you just went through changes, and the doors, if you open them or if they were already open, they closed, and you need to use Tibbs once again to get through. This can be kind of dangerous sometimes because there will be situations where, I don't know if it's gonna happen in such a low level, but there will be situations where you kind of will find infinite waves of enemies getting through. So the thing you have to do, don't panic, just try to, I'm doing it really fast for somebody that will be new. So if it's you, for example, this guy, the backbreaker, this might be kind of dangerous if it's high level zone, for example. But again, as you see, when he dies, he gives some good items on the ground that you might want to use. And there are also these rare monsters following you. So if your build cannot really kill them, don't panic, don't worry, just run the way through, run the way back, try to find the fastest way to go back. Try not to get stuck into doors if you can. If you see that there is a door with monster like here, okay? If there are monsters behind, do not open it immediately. Try to clear the area or try to go around a little bit before calling tips for opening it. And once you're here, the road is open, just don't care much about everything else and get to the exit. And this will make the zone go boom. So we actually finish our first contract, we complete our first contract. Tips got 137 brute force experience. Yeah, because the guy can level up as well. And we easy peasy got through it. But also we got this idol now that we can exchange with Faustus. This Faustus guy, by the way, not the one in King's March, this guy here. There are two different Faustus. Well, it's the same Faustus, but this one in here is the Faustus that works for the Rogue Harbor, while the Faustus in King's March works for the King of King's March. There is some lore behind, and I think Faustus is kind of a piece of shit, but I'm not completely sure. Go check Kitten Cat Noodle. She's great at lore stuff, and you should check her out if you want to know more about what happened in the story of the game. When I give Faustus the item, he gives me back the rogue marker. So I spent some rogue marker to hire tips. See, when you find a contract, if you see, for example, now I have an agility one, level 1, and you see that everything is written in white. Yeah, deception is level 1 written in red. Why? Because I don't have one of the rogue guys in the Rogue Harbor that has the deception skill. You will unlock those by running more contracts. So the more contracts you run, there is also a pattern to run some specific different kind of contracts so that you will unlock the character. How we can profit from this? Well, first of all, the rogue markers themselves. Now I have only 1,600. Open up a tool called Awakened POE Trade. This tool is going to be pretty interesting for you. If you don't know it, you can download it. I'll leave a link in the description. It's completely fine if you use it. Everybody use it. It's not it's an overlay that basically allows you to check prices on screen instead of having to go on the trade website. So if I check on these items, you see, I see how many rogue markers can be sold for how many chaos or divine orbs, for example. And for now, I think it's 1 chaos every 800 rogue markers, as you can see from... wait. First of all, you could sell the rogue markers if you farm the contracts themselves. But also, of course, I show you all the loot that you get inside of the heist. And all these things like agility, engineering, and deception, they actually do not drop the same kind of thing. Most of the time, the contracts that are more profitable, they can give you more raw currency, so more chaos orbs, more exalted orbs, and also stacked decks that can be, in particular early of the league, that can be exchanged for quite a good amount of money. Those contracts, they are mostly coming from demolition, perception, and lockpicking. These three are the one that you... also, if you have some regret orbs, sorry, scouting orbs, and if you have some yellow contract, I advise you to just use the scouting orb on the contract. But if you have some contracts that are on your own kind of level and they have a lot of modifier, it doesn't really matter if you do them yellow, like in this case rare, or you just do this, okay? It's not really gonna change much. Do it white, less troubles for your character, less negative modifier for your character, more fun. Say, once you have done some contracts and if you finish them and you don't find them in maps, you can also buy them. Every time you level up, this guy called Wakano will sell you contract of your level. So I'm level 60 and this guy is selling me contract for my own level. So as I said, I want perception, is going for 1 alchemy orb, and then I got for an orb of chance brute force, I don't care, brute force, I don't care. Another perception for another alchemy. Later on again, later in the game, once you find a lady called Janna, which is an amazing lady, by the way, my favorite rogue girl, you want to do deception contracts, because with her and with another guy called Vindiri, you will unlock the blueprints reveal thingy. So I have a blueprint that I found during the campaign, and as I told you, this blueprint are a little bit different from contract, and they allow you to get some special items as well. This blueprint here says prohibited library. It's require lockpicking, deception, and engineering. Yes, because in this blueprint you will be able to go through with multiple of the guys that you will unlock for the single contracts. And this one has 3 wings, and only one of these wings is revealed. So if I go through reveal here, I can put the contract in here, and you see it's gonna show you the layout pretty much with all different kind of items that you can get, more or less, pretty much as I show you inside the game, inside the map. And then you can also use this to reveal this wing or this wing. Of course, it costs, in this case, 2,600 to reveal this wing, 2,600 as well to reveal this wing. You can also go through without revealing the wing, but well, it's better if you reveal them, because otherwise you'll not be able to take advantage of all the 3 wings, but you only be able to go through one. But yeah, you can go through the thing once you're revealed, and then after this is revealed, you can get to this other lady in the planning room, and there is a big planning room here. You put the contract here and you choose which guy to follow you in the contract. As you can see, I can only choose between the guys for the 1 wing, because this one is not having all the 3 wings revealed. If I was having all the 3 wings revealed, there would be 3 different maps, and I could pick up for 3 people for each wing that can follow. We have this icon has essences. In a low level contract, essences will not be great, to be honest. Maybe you can... okay, that's perfect. I died. I didn't know how I died, but I died. As you can see, I picked up the Cobalt Jewel, I died, and the Cobalt Jewel went back on the ground. No biggie, because I didn't finish the contract, so I wasn't in lockdown. I can go back inside it. I can go back into the thing, and I can go pick up that orb. I was trying to look at... okay, as you can see, the Cobalt Jewel is still there. I can get through here, I can open this, I can get these essences, even if because it's pretty important. But then I break that glass, I get the idol, I get back to where I was coming from. Hack as a question mark, because we have done, we found Hack actually. I didn't even check, I was just going through the game. But yeah, through doing that agility contract, now we found Hack. So now Hack, if you want to check what specialities everybody have, here we have Isla that has the whole inventories of everybody. So Hack is a lockpicking guy, brute force, demolition, and engineering. Isla herself is engineering and trap disarmament. Karst is lockpicking, perception, and agility. And if I remember well, no. It's hack is the important one, because hack gives you 10% increased experience, which is gonna be good because you wanna level up to get more control for Volcano, and you start to understand where we are going with this. Again, new buff to Heist at the end of the day. I suppose Heist is getting kind of some love from the add of the mercenary this way. Okay, this is the place I wanted to show you, is one of them. There are a few different layouts, but it's pretty much at the end of the zone. You see that we don't only have the special glass with the curio, but we have also 2 safes. If you open the safe, most of the time you will get a Chaos Orb from here. Well, in this case I got a card, Reign of Chaos. I didn't get a Chaos, but close enough, I would say. Most of the time, I would say 60% of the time I get at least 1 Chaos Orb for one of these 2. Sometimes I got also a Divine, by the way. So don't forget to open those before opening this. If you open this before, those safe will go in lockdown and you would not be able to open them. So before opening the curio, open those and then open the curio. And I think that's it, guys. I think I gave you pretty much the whole rundown of a heist for beginners, really beginners. The mechanics can become addictive. I would say, I think it's not this difficult. Yeah, it's not this difficult if you're paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. I thought the trap was disarmed and I died. But yeah, the mechanic is not difficult in general. I was getting through too easily and I got this. Anyways, on this note, that is perfect to end the videos. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can have more fun laughing at how bad I am at the game. And don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, everywhere. MordredOG and the Pasta Boys coming for you, helping you with the game, helping you with secret strategies and everything. I hope you had an amazing day and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!